Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to SuperGIS webinar. Today we are going to talk about a special topic, open data. And of course with our main feature, GIS. So in the following 30 minutes, we will bring you a quick overview and the practical applications. I'm Patty from SuperGeo Marketing team, and our speaker George is here to show you more about open data and GIS application. Hi George.
Hi everyone, I'm George, and it's nice to meet you today.
So before we start, let's warm up with a quick poll. Our first question of today is, have you used open data for future application? Please share with us your opinion and we'll be right back in 1 minute. Hi everyone, welcome back. Here I would like to share the poll result with you. It seems like about 44% of our audience today have used open data with GIS technology, but there are still about 30% of our audience have open data but not applied in GIS technology. It's okay, we will show you later. So, George, my first question is why we choose open data as today's topic?
Okay, actually, open data is not a new idea now, and people are really caring about what we have in the world of open data and what we can do with them. So, today I'm going to show everyone two real cases of open data applications in the beginning, and one is a city dashboard from Dublin City. The city government collect lots of open data on the internet and put them all on this website. Some of these data are figures presented as graphs or tables, and some of them are presented as maps. So it is very convenient for governments or citizens to quickly get an overview and make decision about city. So for example, you see there's a city dashboard here, and there are a lot of different topics here, and you can go any one of them and see the detailed information. For example, here is a city map showing the city temperature and air quality, water quality, and things like that. So as a citizen, you can easily go to this website and check the latest status of your city. So another example is from Taiwan, and this website is built by a group of data miners, and they also integrate different sources of open data and visualize them in graphs, tables, and maps. And as you can see here, there are also different topics about the environmental data, like the latest epidemic issue and also the water storage and water quality issue. So you can also go any one of them to check the detail. For example, here is a dengue fever map showing that are there any hotspots around your house. So as a citizen, you can of course go to this map and check if there are emerging cases around your house and maybe take some precautions to prepare for the disease. So um, These are what we can do with open data, and these websites are very useful and attracting because of the information, and all this information are derived from the world of open data. So these are what we can do with open data. We generate new value and new information from them. And okay, so let's move on to the next topic.
Okay, so George, this application you just showed us looks really great, but what exactly is open data?
Okay, so open data is actually not a new idea anymore. Since we have internet, we can get a lot of information from it, and information comes from data. For example, a table is data, an image is data, and text can be data as well. So all these tables, images, and text bring us information. So the idea of open data is to put all this raw data to the internet and make it open. And by open, I mean that everyone can access the data and reuse or republish it for whatever their purposes are. So here are some examples of open data website. You see there's data.gov and World Bank data. Also, a blog showing different open data websites. So let me show you one of the example. This is from data.gov website, and there are like uh, thousands of data here, and these are data all published by the United States. And you can see there are different topics here like local government, climate, energy safety, different topics here. And also there are different data set type, geospatial data type, and also non-geospatial data type. And if you check, for example, you can see the geospatial data type, and you will see there are like hundreds of formats here. Let me check for you. Here, there are a lot of different formats here. They are in PDF, in WNS, WCS, and maybe in shapefile or other different formats. So these are what we are going to talk about today. We are talking about open data, and here are some examples of the data.
Okay, George, so why we should use this open data?
Okay, so this is a very good question, but before answering this question, I want to talk about why what people are making their data open. So it is all about knowledges. Most of the time, information means knowledge. If people think that their data are valuable and have a lot of potential, or people think that their data are valuable but doesn't know what potential they have, why not just make it open to the public? By doing so, the public can use the data and apply them to many other applications and create some application that beyond your imagination. Therefore, as a data owner like governments, they would like to publish the data to the public and become an open government, for example. So back to your question, why people are using open data. As a data consumer, they would like to integrate all the resources on the internet that are free to use and create even more value from them. So today we are going to focus on geolocated open data, that data that are related to a specific location. And these data are powerful because they can all be mapped together on a single map. Now think about it. You will not be able to integrate non-geospatial data like that easy, right? Say, how are you going to integrate an image with a table? All right, you can. But if there are data, if this data are geotagged or geolocated, they can be integrated on a map easily. So this is how exactly we can benefit from the world of open data by integrating them together on the map and generate new value. Just like what we showed you in the very beginning, that different combination of the data have different applications, and all these data are free to use and open access. So as the saying goes, we can have data without information, but we will not have information without the data. And the benefits, I think, the benefit of open data lies in their information. However, even those data are open to everyone and can be integrated in a map, there are actually a lot of different formats. For example, for geolocated open data, There are formats like shapefile, geofile, KNL, KNL, and OGC standards like WNS, WNTS, and CSV, and also GeoJSON format. And all those formats are popular and commonly used. And you will definitely find them on websites like the data.gov, the one we just showed you earlier. So we'll need a powerful platform to integrate all these different formats together. And today we propose the SuperGeo products for you.
Okay, so George, I'm just wondering, why are there so many different file formats? Don't we just have a one standard for all?
Well, this is a very good question. The reason why there are so many formats is because people like you they want a standard, a universal standard format for all, and it is kind of contradictory, right? Let's look at this comics first. There's a situation now that there are 14 competing standards, and people will think that like what 14 standards, that is ridiculous. We need one universal standard, just like what we think, right? And soon there will be just one more standard and become 15 competing standards in the situation in the end. So, okay, every time people want to create a universal standard, they just create one more new standard in the end. And that is maybe why there are so many existing standards on the market now. But anyway, today we recommend you to use SuperGeo products like SuperGIS Server, SuperGIS Desktop, and SuperGIS SuperServe. Um, with SuperGIS Server, you can share or integrate GIS layers online. So if you want to make your data open or you want to integrate your data with others, then you can use SuperGIS Server. And what is more, you can use different extensions to perform advanced GIS analysis like network extension and 3D extension and spatial analysis, spatial statistical analysis, and so on. So you can also use SuperGIS Desktop to manage GIS layers like shapefile, geofile, or raster layers. And last, for mobile users, they can use SuperServe to access the service from SuperGIS Server and take the GIS with you. So in the next part, I'll be showing you three different cases that use our products to integrate open data. But before that, we'll have a show break. And now let's turn back to Patty.
Okay, thank you, George. So we will have a short break, and during this short break, we also have a quick poll. Please help us to do a quick poll. Our second question of the day is, what do you do for a living? Please share with us. We will be back in 3 minutes. Hi everyone, welcome back. Here I would like to share a poll result with you. It seems like almost half of our audience work with a GIS field, and there are about 23% of our audience today are working in the government sectors. Okay, very interesting. So in the first half, George has shown us what is open data and why we should use open data and its benefits. So we are wondering how this data can be integrated within SuperGIS. George, please.
Okay, now I'm going to show you what you can do with SuperGIS Server and open data. Today we introduce three different cases. One is city overview, disaster control, and environment monitoring. And each of them integrate two or more than two different sources of data, and of course in different formats. And all these data are available from the internet, and most of them are from the data.gov website. And let's look at the first case, the city overview. In this demo, we set up a scenario. So let me ask you a question, Patty. What will you do if you see a car accident on the road?
Well, of course, if the car accident is very, very serious, I will call the emergency code like 911.
Okay, so you definitely call 911, and you will also want to tell them that which hospital to go, right?
Yep.
So this demo integrate hospital locations, which is in GeoJSON format, and emergency services locations, and also service areas in shapefile format. So you'll be able to see that how this information become useful when you need it. Let's look at the demo website here. So here is a map showing you the location of hospitals in circle symbols, and also the emergency services locations in the cross symbol here. So for example, if you see that there's a car accident here, and there are two adjacent hospitals, one is here and one is here, they are all about the same distance. So how can you make sure, or how can you decide which hospital to go? So in situation like this, you can take your mobile phones and link to this website, and then you check about the attribute of the hospital. So for example, you can see the hospital here provides basic life support. So and the hospital here provides advanced life support. So we may think that we may assume that the hospital here may provide a better service because it is advanced life support, right? So we can go further and check what is the name of this hospital. So we can call 911 and say that please send the person to Vibra Hospital and take a good care of him, right? So this is a situation about how you can benefit from this combination of data. And also, if you are from city government, then you'll be able to use this website to check, for example, to check if the hospital resources is being fairly or evenly distributed in your city. So for example, if you go this website, and you will see that there are some gaps between here and maybe here. So, as a city, as a government people, then you will maybe wondering why there are so many gaps here, and you are wondering if you can do something to redistribute or reorganize the hospital resources and over uh, make it over more fairly distributed, so that every citizen in your city can have a better service in their lives. So this is what we can do with this website, and what we do is simply integrate different data and visualize them on the map. So as you can see, we can use the map to get so many different information and do so many things, and that is the potential of open data. And also there's another different example here, and this is from Taipei City. The Taipei City government published data of sex offenses hotspots in Taipei, and they are being shown as red circles here. And also we integrate the location of police stations and showing us the yellow circles here. So if you are going home late, in Taipei City, then you can go this website and see which is the best way to go home and to avoid all these crime hotspots, and also to get as close to the police stations as possible, so that you will have a safer way home. That is what you can do with this website, and this is a real example in Taipei, in Taiwan. Okay, so coming on next, the next scenario is disaster control. So Patty, have you seen the movie The San Andreas? This one here.
Oh, you're talking about the movie, which is about serious earthquake in California, right?
Yeah, that is the movie. Then you must remember that how shocking it is to see the tsunami coming and destroy everything. The tsunami can not only damage the city near the earthquake, but it can also travel a long distance and damage all other coastal cities around the coastal line. So it is very important to monitor both earthquakes and tsunamis. So you see this is the tsunami coming, and you will just destroy everything along its path, right? So it's very powerful natural disaster. So we must try everything to prevent the damaging. So in this demo, we've collected data of historical earthquakes and tsunamis, and also coastal city safety index. So we can use this map to find out dangerous cities whenever there is an earthquake. So let's look at the demo site. So here is the demo site. Okay, and you see that the circle symbol here represents the magnitude of the earthquake, and also the square symbol here represent the location of the tsunami. So, for example, you can move your mouse to see how huge or how powerful the earthquake is. For example, this one is being measured as 5.4 scale, and this one is a 9.0. So you can click on the symbol and see more information. For example, this one took place in the early 18th century, and also its magnitude is 9 in USA, for example, like that. And also, if you want to see if it triggers tsunami, there are okay. You can see the flag tsunami field, and also it shows you that this earthquake trigger a tsunami event, and the tsunami event is here, and it also took place in the at the same time after the earthquake, and also caused a few people deaths, about around under 50 people. And if you want to know more about this earthquake, you can click on this link and just see more information about this tsunami, including its date, its cause, and its location, and also some references about this website. You can find them here. So again, this is what we do. What we can do with this website, we can get and dig out really a lot of different information from this website. And if you see, for example, if there's now an earthquake happen here, then you can predict that if it trigger a tsunami event, then the cities here, because the coastal city here, the safety index is showing us red, which means that it is a dangerous place and vulnerable to the tsunami. So the cities here should probably get prepared for the event and try to reduce the damage. So again, what we do is simply put all the data together on this map, and we can again get so many different information.
Okay, so George, the two cases you just demoed are really great, but as far as I know, there are also some open source software can do that. So what makes SuperGIS different, and why we should use SuperGIS?
Okay, so far we just show you that how we can benefit from integrating open data on a map. But sometimes integrating data is not enough. For example, in the third demo, we collected some data about California's rainfall, and we tried to draw a map of rainfall distribution. However, we found there are a lot of missing data, and this is what we usually run into this kind of situation, that we are collecting data online or open data, but we found there are a lot of missing data there. So In situation like this, you will need to run some geographical analysis like spatial interpolation to derive a rainfall distribution map. So with SuperGIS Desktop, we can do the analysis using the powerful GIS platform. So the last demo is about the environment monitoring, and it is in this demo we not only collected data but also used SuperGIS Desktop to do some analysis in advance to get the rainfall distribution. Then we published them to SuperGIS Server and shared the information to many other people. The objective of this demo is to impress people how serious the drought is and encourage them, engage them to take actions. So in order to do that, we need to know how to impress people. So Patty, will you be impressed by this photo here?
Well, it looks like there isn't too much water there. Um, but I can not exactly know how serious the drought is.
Okay, so how about the photo here?
Okay, a little bit more clear, but what if I want to know more detail about the drought?
Okay, so by this is what we can do to impress people by comparing the before and the after image, so people can really quickly realize the dramatic change and be impressed by the people by the photo. So this is what we normally have this amount of water, but now in this year we only have this little amount of water. So people can feel the dramatic change and really think about how to save water in their daily lives. So this is also what we're going to do in this demo. We're going to show you some two different maps, the before and the after. And this is the map here. Okay, the best map here showing you is the normal situation. Normally, we'll have so many rainfall in California, in the northern part. And what happens this year is when you slide this bar here, you will see what happened in this year is that the places where there should be a lot of rainfall in this year all turns red, which means that the rainfall becomes very, very low. Showing you as a graph here, you can see how dramatic the change is. And by comparing the before and the after, people can really understand how serious the drought is and take action. So the purpose or the objective of this map is to show people how serious the drought in California is in these years and take action. And not only the people in California should take action, but also because now we are living in a global village, so people in every corner around the world have influences on the climate change. So people may have contribute to the phenomenon like this. So people, all around the world should take action and think about how to prevent climate change and how to save water. So this is only one of our many geographic applications. In this demo, we show you that we use SuperGIS Server and SuperGIS Desktop to perform some geographical analysis to derive this map, showing you the rainfall distribution. And this is only like one of our analysis. You can actually do more with SuperGIS Desktop and SuperGIS Server. For example, you will even be able to run predictive models if you want. For example, you can see what will happen in the next year if you run some predictive models. So these are what we can do with SuperGIS Server and SuperGIS Desktop, and all the analysis are not what makes our product special. So today we show you that a small part of open data applications, and now there are billions of data being opened online, and even more applications are there for us to discover. They are all free to use, and some of these data are regularly updated, even in real-time data. So using this data has zero cost, and there's only value for you to wait. So why not just start today? Go explore the world of open data and make the world in your hand. And don't forget to use SuperGIS products to integrate them, not only to visualize them, but also to do some analysis to dig out more value from the data. And now Patty will introduce our products for you, and you'll get a 1 month trial. So Patty, please.
Okay, thank you, George. It's nice to know the possibilities of open data and its combination with SuperGIS. So, following George's introduction, here I would like to show you the total GIS solution, SuperGIS. So, take a quick overview of the roadmap. You can see that GIS tech is widely used on every platform. What George just showed us will server and desktop GIS. If you are interested in other GIS programs, feel free to visit our website and learn more. So here's the overview of SuperGIS Server. With SuperGIS Server, you can share up-to-date GIS service anytime, anywhere, and you can also integrate information from different providers so that boost the field productivity by real-time synchronization is easier. Even more, you may extend GIS resource to multiple client apps. And also, and you may wondering how to make this open data more useful, and here is the answer. By using SuperGIS data, you can not only produce professional maps with high quality, but also analyze and go geoprocessing. The full function GIS software supports various data formats like shapefile, GEO, KML, and KMZ, and more. If you want to learn more about the solution, feel free to download our free trial and apply open data today. So, before we enter to our final part QA time, let's have another short break. And our question of today, the final question, I promise, is have you tried SuperGIS software or app before? We'll be back in 3 minutes. Hi everyone, welcome back. Here I would like to share a poll result with you. It seems like about 50% of our audience today haven't used or heard SuperGIS software before. Then today's your chance. And also, there are still about 30% of our audience are already SuperGIS users. And congratulations, now today you have learned more about the SuperGIS application with open data. So, our first question today is which software is good for an urban observatory you need for real-time image? George, can you help our user to answer this question?
Okay, if you are going to use real-time image of your urban area, you can probably publish the image, or you already have image service from like WNS or WNTS service standards. Then you can access all those services in real time and access them to your SuperGIS server platform. So it is best for you to use SuperGIS server software and create a map platform to connect the service you publish or published by other people. And also, if the service is the data source is in KNL format, for example, SuperGIS server can also um, can accept KNL formats and build a map website or map platform for you to show the real-time data.
Okay, thank you, George. And here is our second question is how can mobile users be benefit from open data and GIS technologies?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, that we have mobile products like SuperServe, and you can use SuperServe to access the service from published from SuperGIS server, or you can just use mobile devices to connect to the web browsers and connect to the web application we just show you in our webinar, and then you will be able to see all the data open data being connected on SuperGIS map platform. So with with SuperServe, you will be able to connect to the service published by SuperGIS server, and also you can collect data by using SuperServe. But if you just want to just check the map on the SuperGIS server platform, you can just use web browsers to see the map.
Okay, thank you, George. Okay, due to a time limitation, we are sorry that we can only choose two of our questions today. If you still have any question, feel free to contact with us via email or Facebook or Twitters. And for today's audience attendees, we will send you a 1 month free trial license for SuperGIS server so that you can publish your own service too. So thank you today. The presentation slide will be available on SuperGeo website and the video will be uploaded to SuperGeo TV on YouTube in 2 to 3 days. Don't forget to subscribe it. We hope to see you again in next webinar. See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.